啊，出发。我现在目前就是要来去这个下一这张是使节会面。
Coming through.
不好意思啊，结果。
Last part of the Sundom before the Forbidden West. Carjahorn. Right, I should find whoever's in charge. First, I could resupply at my stash. Might be worth taking a look around too.
我们也可以把这些支线都先接起来，之后再来玩。
Savior, tell me, are you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Ah, well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
You're not afraid of the Tanakh?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
I want that embassy to happen as much as you do. Believe me, I'm working on it.
Good to know. And keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West, guaranteed.
All right. Maybe later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
Lighten up, Paiv.
Are you in charge around here?
Ah, apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, the second in command.
Lawan.
So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. Now we're open, once the Tanakh have left.
So what happens at these embassies, exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
So you've heard.
知道很多。
The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
对啊，毕竟是从西域禁地那边的人要过来做交易。
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of
之后我
soldiers
们到
from each
西
of
边
their
的时
three
候，
clans.
要人类反
Then,
派啦。
during the proceedings,
他们会骑
they
机器人。
negotiate on behalf of their leader. And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
不知道，
It was hot
不知
that
道会
day,
不会
sir.
强制通行，但我觉得应该。
It was
这头盔
indeed.
好，和平使者。但是确实，我们的目标就是要往西边去啊。
Where is this Commander Nozar then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
We'll see about that.
这次画面有开到1440P 哦，所以如果用手机看的，
This way.
可以
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
自己手
The
动再把
Tanakh
那个
tore
设备
down
往
this
上
place
拉。
during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go.
我可以直接走。
The work stoppage and change great clearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to
开始
work.
跟他走。
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvund was thrilled.
哇，你看他连走上坡高一点的地方，他的姿势
Stand
都会有
aside,
变化。
soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself.
对，你可以看到那个 A 罗他稍微有那种把重心往下移，然后往前走、往前倾，然后往大步往上走的这种感觉。这就是有些就是我说的，就是人物。我觉得西方的游戏人物的重量感做得很好。我觉得如果是像是人中之龙好了，他可能人就还是会就是做一个跑步的动画，但是就是人就会一直往斜上的去走，所以就是一种
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
地平线里面女主角的
Both
衣服都真的是
sides
超好
must
看
signal readiness until the Tanakh sound their horn.
IC 电路板
Yea, for as the first shall be
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of
带跟
3 clans. How many
机械
banners
跟
do
科
you
技
see?
的感觉。
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Dora.
This is the
It's the
Forbidden
Forbidden
West.
West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
出不去啊。我要走了。
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
直接走。之后应该还是可以过来打支线任务吧，对不对？
Laurel.
对，应该之后还是可以。
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
他来送行是不是？
I don't care if that was between herself. The gate is sealed, so that
我的伙伴，
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron.
What's happening? You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Gates.
That's it. Arrest her.
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard!
他的那个肋骨受伤。
You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh?
Damn it!
Let it through, boys. Saving the world.
那坐骑应该是比较像是一个山羊。
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Laurel.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
前往西域禁地。
this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh. We need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
他们是超橘的，我不知道是只有我，是因为这边的阳光是夕阳，所以是比较是橘色的光，超粉。好，这就是我们这一代比较常会面临到的敌人啊。
That is the line between east and west. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
是小鬼。
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold!
很凶哦。
She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away.
我们都是元帅。对啊，这个提纳科人的衣服设计比较是接近有点印第安人的
A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
Hey,
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
只是要一路向西。
I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles.
如果是我的话，应该身上已经
But I feel that my
400吧
life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
你是提纳科人。
How did you come to be among the Tanakh?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tanakh into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate.
发现提纳科人比较瘦了。
I didn't make it easy for my captors,
前面
mind
这
you.
边玩的这些村民啊
And they
什么
paid me
都比较
back
胖
in。kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Akaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate
他们应该
measures.
都是用这些演员的脸，就是说，他就是长这个样子。
So when you met the Tanakh chief, you did something desperate.
I'd kept my ears open as the Tanakh dragged me along.
对，他们现在都会用摄影机直接拍摄演员的脸的表情来做动画，所以通常都会把人做成就是饰演这个角色的演员的样子。
My life or even my freedom. The other Tanakh howled, but Hikaru stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the cool route. Little did I know what I was in for.
I think I've heard enough for now.
As you wish.
Are you glad?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine. But I have another goal in mind.
什么目标呢?
As someone who knows the Tanakh and the Karja, I'm in a... If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope...
The Tanakhs don't...
They're not. As a Chief Hikaru, even if that change means...
很难的，好吧?
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you.
Red-haired champion.
The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
哦，另外一组哦，更多组，天空组。哦，原来不止哦。哦，很帅。哦，这个纹身更多。
It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet.
哎，我就默默的走过来，走，我默默的越线。
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
哦，要等。你只能等了。拿不出来，看看。
The Karja have opened the gates.
叮咚叮咚。哇，这种迅猛龙的那种脚趾头。3个部族的元帅，跟卡加尔人。
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such.
怎么了？
Hear me, marshals!
雷加拉。
You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regala. Chief Hikaru's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
部落们之间就是也是。
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. the blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
迅猛龙，小蓝，帅，这只真的很帅。我记得好像现在澳洲现在的街头上有一只这只，哦，有猪骑士。
They're riding machines.
Where'd they learn to do that?
对，就是我们那个黑人朋友。
Vashav, come with us now, or not at all.
快跑啊
Archer, light them up.
Get to cover!
射2箭，快把他的盔甲给弄开！
Archers, keep them back.
一般的难度。哎呦呀
Left flank to the Karja. Run them down.
多只其实有点不好打，不知道我会要怎么样加入。
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates!
Open the gates! 哎呦呀！哎呦呀
Karja! Stand your ground!
对啊，上面人在干嘛？好吧。
I don't have a shot!
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair!
Lancers, take the center.
Take the center.
Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come!
Go! 哎，靠腰！啊！现在没有那种就是，把他们烧起来。
Hey, how's that armor? Hit that rider! Calling on her now!
哎呦！这个是之前比较少有的战争模式，就是人机。 Go! 有就是我可以算是骇客骇客。
Oh, that helps.
Give them support! One more traitor dead!
还没有。
Just you and me now, Bo.
We've survived worse.
Enough!
You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both! Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
要干嘛？单挑的。
Granted.
Granted. 打赢吗？近战。帅。这是新的武器，新的降落伞。Fortnite 会有行动。抱歉，我前几天晚上有练那个近战。
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. Yeah, now's my chance. Give it up. Shield regenerated. That shield will break if I hit hard enough.
刚刚那个蓄力没有成功。
There.
打到裸体。
You're not stopping me. There, he's exposed.
Hell yeah. So what?
Your turn. Come down here and face me.
No!
Hey, now that
It was an honorable challenge.
No.
You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
记住你。哦，超大只的。超重的机器人。
Get him to the camp now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
说时，过了几天后，
It's salvage time, boys.
刚刚我头发怎么回事？盾牌，对，盾牌拿过来。
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tanakh have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Vashav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh's territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tanakh's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh's territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
是个基地台。
Vashav called Regala a rival. Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Vashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
About Vashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
there was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tenakth.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tenakth.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
关于西方的问题。
You said the Tenakth lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tenakth. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tenakth territory, but the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tenakth really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tenakth further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tenakth. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tenakth used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tenakth agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call No Man's Land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Asuram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Asuram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
I need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return.
如果要回来完成一些支线任务的话。
And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
Bye, Lo.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for. 这只姿势真超好笑。哇，跟他
照个相。收刮会姿势会变吗？